let's get into some Dungeons and Dragons. Where did we leave off last time? Anybody wanna round me up for what happened last time?
I think at the very, very end, we had gone back to the astral plane, and it's not looking good. There's rumors that the queen is hasn't been seen in a while, so we're not sure if she's been in prison or if she's just flat out dead. And we're slowly making our way to the castle fortress to face off against one of the necromancers that we sent direct. Oh, against the necromancer evil guy who has his ex or his dead wife's hand. That's his main weapon.
Okay.
And we also uncorked a bottle and a gin came out and
Oh yeah.
only listens to Rolo.
Yeah, Ron Williams.
And we traded some blood for books.
Yeah.
All of you guys did. I did not.
Yeah. I think it's 48 hours though, so I don't know if we would apply those yet. I imagine not, but
No, you can't apply them. It's 48 hours of reading, not
Mhm.
not 48 hours of in-game time. But I think that's a good segue as you guys traveled to the astral sea, found your way to the living city, worked your way to a establishment that you'd visited before, played some games, and discovered a sole resident of the city, or a last living resident of the city, as Artem, the guy who's befuddlingly traveled to this plane unknowns to him, gave you some insights on where the Raven Queen has been missing, and what happened in the last while, guiding you to the Raven Queen's palace. You guys find yourself perched up on a building, outcropping rooftop. Think of it as you're lurking towards the palace walls. You see this large amalgam of structures, living tissue that's wrapped into each other, as the sky above, dark with nothing but the astral sea above you, lit up with the glowing hues through the city itself, whether it's bioluminescence from the roads and the buildings. The air of foul stench of death lurks about as you see figures, monstrosities wandering around, guarding this fortress, now seemingly converted from the palace you had visited the last time you were here. As you look out onto this, what would you guys like to do?
Is Artem with us at the moment, or is he?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm here too, baby.
What's the genie's name again, or the Jin's name?
Jin is what you called me.
Yeah, we're a creative bunch.
Yeah.
Is
Jin
it
the genie.
G-I-N? Or
Oh.
DJ?
DJ.
DJ.
Jin never said he was a genie.
All right.
Being presumptuous.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the outcropping, and Raven Queen is being held in the center of town at the large fortress. So, like, how many like abominations are there like around this area?
Think of it like a castle perched up in the center of town. You're on a rooftop of a lower building looking towards it. As you look about, you see like a guard walking around, say like an upper level. You can kind of see a few skeletal creatures posted up at the doorway entrance to this palace ground. You see flying creatures floating above the city itself. It's kind of hard to gauge at this point, but it seems like the city itself has been vacated. There isn't a strong military presence, more like it'd be very difficult to infiltrate without catching somebody's attention.
Okay. And I guess just looking around, is it pretty like uniformly like scaling up to this castle, or like are there any like different routes that we can see at this point?
As you're looking in, there's the main portcullis where there's these these skeletal creatures that are posted. I'm trying to think of the crenellation, for lack of a better term. Like the walls are made of this tissue matter. It's not like it's a stone facade. It's almost like the city itself like has mutated, and growths and sorry for the body horror, but the growth of this city has formed this structure, this palace. It takes your kind of a similar sense of a wall, but if you were to like touch it and poke it, you get a sense that it's very uneven and almost reacts to touch, like skin. If you push into it, it'll have some give. It's wet and warm, much like all the other buildings that you don't even know this, but like the buildings that you have come into contact, you feel the warmth radiating off the city. You'd assume it's the same material.
Okay. I guess turning to Artem, Fizz is going to ask, so I don't suppose you know anything about secret passage or anything like that to get in here?
I really haven't been here nearly long enough to know. So no, I wish I could help you. I've really been trying to just keep out of the sight of the patrols that have gone through town. There we go. Finding a way in might be tricky. If you want to like maybe go around the outside, away from the main door, there might be a spot where the guards move past if you can time it right. I really don't know how you're gonna figure out how to get in here, but
just figured I'd ask. What does the rest of the group think? Any ideas?
My only idea is basically to do what Arden kind of said, do a lot on the border, and like kind of a worst case, I could use the cape of the Mothback, get behind the walls and let us in. Like if we could find an inconspicuous door, I go on the other side of the door, then you guys in. But who knows if I can open up the door and I get to the other side, it's locked. Like my thought is I could get in there.
Yeah. What does the cape do?
I can teleport. I can open a dimensional door and 150.
Now, I thought it had to be someplace that you could see, but I'm not sure.
What I could do is I could like make a distraction for the guards, like we did at Fort Venture so long ago. And then you guys could maybe sneak in. Rolo, maybe that'll help your cape situation out.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Autumn could make some kind of a distraction just outside of the perimeter of the palace, and if he can join back up with us, then great. But otherwise, yeah, some kind of distraction.
Let's do the lap before we finalize the plans.
I don't like this plan of you sacrificing me to a distraction. Like, I know I just met you guys and I'm trying to help you figure out this, but I'm hanging out with you because you're my only hope at safety.
Who's this guy again? What's the deal with this guy again?
We just found him.
He just kind of appeared.
Yeah, but we know him, don't we? Autumn seems like
Never met him.
The
Not
name
at
does
all.
sound familiar, but I can't put a place to the name.
Maybe I'm getting confused with Akan or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
so I think like a distraction might be required, but going that road will alert them to some form of presence and put the guards on alert. So, like if we can avoid the distraction, that would, I don't know. We're not always the most stealthy group, so trying to get around while the guards are on alert might not be the best. I don't know, but that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. A stealth approach would be great if we can try.
Yeah, we are not good at stealth, but we should always try.
Yeah, and since we're not good, if they're on alert, we're
Yeah.
Then it's gonna be Fort Venture all over again.
No.
probably.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's scout around then.
All right. Well, as you guys set out to scout out around this palace, trying to get as much of an insight on the surroundings of this palace, any weaknesses, some spots in the guards to watch out for. I'd like you all to make a stealth check to not catch the guards' notice, even from a distance. It's not like you're trying to like sneak up to the wall or anything. It's just working from building to building around the palace, trying to get some spots to see. So I'm gonna go around the group and see what you guys all get.
28.
Yeah, that's out of everybody. I figured. Was it a natural 20?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go around. True. How'd you do?
24.
Fizz.
13.
Odaving.
I have this advantage, so I rolled an 18 my first roll and a 1 my second roll.
Oh no.
Why do you have disadvantage?
I wear plate armor.
He's like really loud armor.
Oh.
And how about EO?
15.
15. Oh. So
Yes, you are going to be the distraction.
Well, I volunteered.
So actually the way it works is with a group stealth check. It's not like I just go off the lowest one. It's an amalgam of how you did as a group. So as you guys work your way around, you are seemingly unnoticed. You make it from building to building. One point, Odafing trips off of like a moist cyst growth off of one of these buildings, slides down, hits the ground, but rather than hitting solid stone that would clang out your armor, you land in what seems like a puddle of bile, and mellows the sound enough that your group notices it, but you didn't catch attention from the guards. As you work your way around, you do gather that the guards are moving, and they leave segments of the wall kind of. You can notice there's some blind spots in the wall as you go. If you time it just right, you might be able to, if you can, without issue, scale a wall. You might be able to get over without getting seen by the gap between the guards. As you kind of work your way around the building, you figure that with the aerial guards, it would be very difficult to like fly over. So anything you'd have to do would be lower to the ground, or else you'd be pretty easily spotted by the aerial guards. Getting a sense of if you wanted to try and sneak in, the gap between the guards would be one way. Distracting to open up the portcullis. You're not quite sure how that structure would work, but would be give you more time because the groups around aren't necessarily focused on the gate, given the guards that are stationed there permanently. So that's kind of what you gather as you work your way around the building. And you do notice, I guess the last thing you do notice is the deathly rot seems to be stronger the closer you get to the palace. That smell seems to be stronger as you get closer and fainter as you walk away.
Suppose that makes sense.
So,
Is my video frozen for you guys?
yes, it is.
Yes.
and
It's back.
I'm fixing it.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. Well, like, so I think I could help us get. Well, okay. Before I say that, how tall are the walls?
The walls themselves are about 15 feet high.
Oh, okay. Easy peasy. Like I could help us get over the walls, I think. Like I can climb them up pretty easy and probably toss down a couple ropes to help everyone else get over quickly, because I kind of feel like speed would be of the essence here. I don't know, the going in the front, that's always an option. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd want to take out those front guards pretty quick and hope they don't make too much noise.
Yeah. Not the best at not making noise. It's kind of
Yeah.
my whole. It's kind of my whole thing. But
We all saw how that just went with me.
sorry.
We all saw that how that just went with me and Still.
But maybe getting up over the wall is the best idea. I'm not so confident in our ability to take out people quietly unless it's just Rolo. So
All right, as you guys are kind of discussing, you see one of the guards pass by. You feel like you got a couple moments now if you wanted to make attempt or wait for the next group to pass by in about 5 or 10 minutes from now.
all right. Do we want to try and so the walls are 15 feet high?
Yep.
And true, your idea to get us over the walls again would be in what way?
I can easily scale the walls, and then so the I guess the building material here, the organic material, like would I be able to say jab my spear into it and use that as an anchor, or are there anchor points up there I could tie rope
We
to?
just, we just like cut ourselves way through the door. Solid.
You could certainly try.
I don't know if hurting the wall
I don't want
somehow
the
alert.
sounds of attacking the wall, a living
Yeah,
wall.
that might alert things. No. Vetoed.
Well, if True can climb up the wall and at least see like what's on the other side and maybe check a rope down to those of us who are vertically challenged, maybe that's the best way to do it.
When my character was created, Eric did give me pittons, steel spikes that you can hammer into the wall.
Yeah.
So I do have those that we can make handholds to get up the wall, but it'd be very slow going. It'd be hammer into one end.
Yeah.
Again, hammering things into a living wall. I'm a little.
Yeah.
Again, you can certainly try.
So should I
Certainly could.
go up and see what I can do, and if things don't look good, I can just quickly come back?
I think that's a starting point. Yeah. While there's a gap in the patrols.
Okay. Does it feel like we would have enough of a gap for me to do that, or?
We have to wait to the next one.
Yeah, I
Eric's-
don't want to start going right at the worst time.
No, and I think just timing it, with you discussing a little bit more on whether or not to cut into this wall or not, you realize, okay, let's wait for the next one, and as it passes, you kind of, okay, this is our best chance to go. You're gonna go for it.
Oh,
What are you
got it.
doing?
I'm going to. I want to grab at least one more rope, quickly off of someone's backpack, and then scale up the wall real fast.
Okay. I'm asked, can you just do that, or
Yeah, I have a climbing speed.
you have a climbing speed? Okay, so
Yeah, my climbing speed's like 50 or something.
Alright, so as you run up to the wall, and with a Tabashi grace, you just start clawing in, climbing up. As you puncture into the side of this wall, as you climb, you feel the wall like
So I
absorb.
think I would try not to. I think I'm like, because it's actually from.
Okay, well,
Wait,
you're gonna
like,
just like try and pinch the wall. Like,
You know what? No, I think it. No, I think the. I forget where my climbing speed comes from now.
you know, like tickle your way up. Like I'm not sure what's your.
Because I don't.
He's like maybe he's like Tigger. He bounces on his tail and just hops up.
Other.
Here,
Is that-
let's do this. Give me an acrobatics check. Let's solve this real quick.
Okay, one sec. Yeah, it's definitely from my Tabashi, so it's definitely with claws. It's with claws. I can run, I think, sideways along surfaces
Okay.
as a monk, but
Yeah.
going up, I think, is
Yeah.
definitely
As
Tabashi.
you plant your claws in, as you climb up, you feel the wall start to like buckle, almost like it's retracting in pain as you claw in. The whole wall spasms, just kind of in the area you're around, and you make it up, seemingly
Okay.
without issue.
Okay. Mildly concerning, but we're going to look around real fast. Is there something that I can tie off to, like, to get a rope and just toss it down?
Other than yourself, you've got. So you look around. Give me a perception check. Let's see if you can find anything here.
Because like, where are these? Like, how are we? How am I not in view of the other people? Are there like little
Oh, we're gonna
doors or
deal with
something?
that. We'll deal with that in
Oh
a second.
fuck. Okay.
You're just going here. Let's see how you can do.
Yeah. Okay. Perception check.
Yeah.
21.
Okay. As you get over the wall, you see there's protrusions of bone sticking out in spots. One that seems, as you tug on it quickly, just looking around, grab quickly, seems to be strong enough to like respond to your weight at least. Strong enough to maybe tie off on at a good enough angle that it won't just give loose unless maybe the weight's too much.
Okay. Let's. We're just gonna do a. We're just gonna see what's going on here. I'm not gonna tie off anything right now, to be honest. I feel like I'm out in the open now from your comments. So, what about the rest of my surroundings?
So you are now on kind of the upper level. It's a walkway. It seems to have been formed much. Think like a castle. Like you have the castle walls, and that like small little causeway that wraps around a lower courtyard. On the wall, you see coming from far guards coming clockwise around this building towards you, with the guards that you just waited to pass heading clockwise away from you. Down in the courtyard seems mildly barren, but kind of in plain sight mostly, save and except for a large structure floating in the middle of this courtyard above, which you can see seems to be floating above the floor of this this courtyard. This large structure that you see around you, it's almost like a tetrahedral. It's like a pyramidal shape.
Okay.
And what catches your attention immediately, like you're looking, you find this bone, you grab it, you got your rope in hand, and you're just kind of, for a moment, paused, awestruck, as this is the first thing of stone you've seen in town.
Okay. With that, I think I'm going to slip back over the wall and go down and talk to my buddies. And I'm going to just like do it. I don't know, whatever. I can just hop down here. I'm not going to
Right.
get hurt.
Give me another stealth check for all of this climbing up, scouting out, and coming back down.
Yeah.
Stealth check.
22.
You are able to do this undetected as you work your way down back to the group. Warriors.
Okay. So I think I left no evidence of me up there. And I'm going to explain everything I saw to the guys. So.
Big pyramid of stone just floating up there?
Yeah, it was very weird. I
Definitely stone.
didn't touch it, but it looked like stone.
Rather large. You gather it maybe be 75 to 100 feet in any vertices of this pyramid in length, and it seems to be floating and shifting, not kind of stable, just kind of hovering.
And from my angle, I didn't like see a door on it or a way of ingress. Would it be reachable from the causeway at all? Whatever the heck I was on?
With a jump, with your abilities, you would not be able to jump to it. Or if you, well, maybe it's about 50 feet up.
Jump is strength mostly, so
Yeah,
that's
and
not
you'd be jumping into the bottom, 50 feet up, and you're jumping to the bottom of this pyramid.
Well, if I got there, it'd be good, but
I don't know what you're gonna hold on to. We'll see.
Yeah.
But making it is a whole other thing. Okay. Oh, but somebody else could get there
Someone who could
Someone
fly.
that could fly.
or teleport. I don't know what you'd do if you teleported there, but you could make it.
Yeah, but we can make that happen. We can figure out a way to get everyone up.
Yeah, you didn't see any creatures or anything up there?
Not that I noticed. I just saw, the guards that went by and the next group coming, which is why I didn't want to stay too long. And down in the courtyard, it was pretty desolate down there. No life, and as far as I can tell, not many places to hide.
Okay. So as a group, do we think this is the where we want to go up, or like to try and get in, or like just to the fortress, or
Like how much rope?
do we look for
have?
another entrance?
Well,
I feel like we need like 3 ropes.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Don't most of us have
I have
at least
rope.
some rope? And it's only 15 feet. It's
Yeah.
one rope will do. That's why I was hoping to find, some really good spots to tie rope so that you could all kind of come up together as opposed to one at a time. But I don't know. There's not many places to tie off over there.
So once we get up there, what would be the plan?
I don't know.
Go to the courtyard and just hide? Just run? Just keep going?
Yeah.
Try and get to the center. Try and get to the pyramid
Yeah.
somehow.
Get Eo to fly up and touch the stone and see what happens.
Poke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I could cast elevated sight whenever we are kind of preparing to go over the wall, if that's what we're gonna do, and just to take a look at the the other side of the wall, and hopefully be able to time that out with the god, so that way we don't have to risk climbing up the wall and then being seen climbing back down. So, and I can also pop up with one of my features there, so I can fly up the wall. So if there's an issue around number of ropes, and if we'll be seen, I think it should be able to cover us.
Yeah. I don't. I wouldn't have been able to. To be honest, I didn't stay up there that long, but I wouldn't be able to piece together where we could go from the wall in terms of a safe spot of cover. I kind of feel like I probably focused on that weird obelisk.
Sorry, I guess 50 feet would be too high. I was trying to. You gather based on the size of this thing that there is likely a blind spot because you couldn't see the courtyard beyond the roof of this pyramid.
Oh, hide in the
if you are
blind spot.
Behind the shadow?
If you are underneath the middle of this, it was kind of hard to see down into the center of the courtyard.
Okay.
So that's our plan?
Also,
Hide in the shadows.
given the context of the walls, there are spots you can tuck in and hide at the base of the wall. on the inside of the courtyard because you looked over to find those bones that you could tuck in. There are spots to stay out of view, but it's like if you're trying to move freely through the courtyard, you'll be risking sight as you move through. So you can definitely hide somewhere inside, but it's going to be a trick if you're doing this stealthily.
All right.
Sure.
Okay,
I think
so,
we can hide in the shadows.
Yeah, so there's definitely a way to get through this. In terms of what I can do to get us over as quick as possible, I can definitely tie a rope up there. But whoever takes that rope and heads over, they have to, like, I don't want to leave the rope and leave evidence. Like,
Yeah, the last person grabs it.
yeah, like, so I'll try to put like a little slip knot on it or something. I don't know. I could also take another rope and immediately go over the wall because the wall's not that tall. The rope should be able to kind of traverse it and be an anchor on the other side.
Yeah, I think that would work. Just do you think you could hold Odoving by yourself?
We might have to let him go last and have a few of us.
That's totally fine.
All right.
Yeah.
And maybe Fizz,
So I'm bringing the rope above, like, with me, right? Like, I'm getting rid of the evidence kind of thing.
No.
I'm the last person there.
No. It's just we're not gonna tie it off. Drew's gonna like.
well, we can do
Hold
two. I can have one tied off and then one, just to speed the process. We can have two lines of people. I don't know, as long as the little folk take the one that's tied off on the bone up there, it should hold. I really don't think they would hold Oda.
All right.
All right,
By this point, another set of guards have passed by.
let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna give her.
right.
I'm gonna go and climb up that wall,
Again,
wincing every time it responds to my touch.
as you touch into it, you just feel it like it's like you're puncturing some like living animal.
Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
and you climb up without issue. You find that bone. You get your rope tied off, and then
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go grab that rope that he just tied off.
Yeah, and then
Start
I'm
climbing
going
up.
to immediately slip over the far side of, like, I'm going to toss another rope down, hold on the other side, and slip over.
I feel like in this case, you guys aren't too tough at climbing a rope for 15 feet. I think as a group, you could probably figure that out, not too difficultly. The time it's going to take you to do this without being seen is going to be the real challenge here. So what I'm going to ask all of you, as you climb the rope, scaling the rope, working your way down, finding a spot to get out of sight on the other side, you guys all want to give me a stealth check. And rather than this be a group check, this is going to be an individual check as each of you make your way over. So,
Oh boy.
in the order in which you guys cross the I want to go one at a time here. So, True, you're going first. Give me your stealth check.
26.
Yeah, no problem. You lay the groundwork for the next person to go.
And I'm using all my high rolls right now. This is going to go bad later on.
All right, who's going next over the wall? All right,
Yeah, I said I won.
yeah, Rolo.
31.
Without even needing the ropes, you're like, oh, watch this, and you do like a backflip over. You make it down, find the spot, and you're down on the ground before even True gets across. Hey, who's next over the wall?
I'm last, remember?
I guess I'll go.
All right, Fizz.
Well, yeah, let's hurry this up.
Stealth check. Oh no.
Same.
Yeah. Wait. I don't know if this is gonna matter. I'm gonna use a flash of genius. Hold on. Now I need to find this. Where is it? Oh, yeah, this is really not going to help. But Fizz, I guess, as he's climbing up, like, is obviously like slipping and falling and having difficulty making his way up the wall. But he's gonna just try and like flutter the cloak a bit to try and mimic the moving walls of the flesh to try and blend in just a little bit more. But he rolls a 9, or with Flash of Genius, it's a 9.
With Flash of Genius, it's a 9.
Yeah. Oh yes, it's not good.
As you get up to the top, you like pull yourself and kind of like fall flat onto the this upper causeway as you land onto it, and you just belt out oof as you get up to the top, and you hear of the bones clattering of the guard walking by. As you gather the sense that they might have spotted you. Is anybody else coming up the wall next, or like what's going on?
I mean, can we hear this? Can we hear the like moans?
Eo and Odafing, you guys are both kind of waiting to see. You catch like the alertness of like this skeletal guard walking, and its head kind of paws raised up, catching notice in your direction. You guys can see it. The other two, True and Rolo, you guys are scrambled down into a hiding spot. I would say you're maybe like right up against the wall and might not have the same kind of vantage point as the other two waiting to climb up. So, what's your move?
Sorry, so the skeleton's on like mine and Oda's side?
No, it's on top of the wall.
On top.
And
okay,
you gather the sense they've spotted Fizz.
Fuck.
I mean, I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 20, like an unnatural 20. So if... What do you think, Oda?
We're about to get into a fucking fight. It doesn't matter how stealthy you go up there. I'll be charging up there and falling down like the wall.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna try and cast Chilling Sleep on this undead guy if they can sleep. I have no fucking clue, but I'll do that from hopefully a pretty stealthy spot.
Okay. As you cast Chilling Sleep, roll me the hit points. As you
I got it.
pull up this icy cloud rising from the ground in and around the guard, as it's about, I think it's 30 feet away. As you see this like fog cloud appear around this guard. What's the hit points on that attack or that spell?
Let's see. I gotta do 68, so I think it'll show up for you on D&D Beyond once the animation does its thing.
Loading.
Yeah.
Ooh.
29.
As you see this chilling cloud surround. You see this crumple and land on the wall as it falls asleep. The guard, seemingly knocked unconscious by the spell, gives you at least a moment of reprieve, as you see that your spell seemingly has worked on this guard.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use that. I mean, stealth roll unless I need to re-roll that to hop on up.
Yeah, that'll give you, and that'll actually give anybody that's after you advantage. So, Odafing, if you want to give me a second stealth roll and take the higher.
Well, I rolled twice already. Can I just take the higher?
So technically, this is where you just roll 1. So just re-roll 1 and take it.
Seven.
Oh.
As you clamber up, it takes you a little longer, and by this point, a second guard notices the sleeping guard,
Oh no.
and it starts kicking like trying to kick the other guard awake. As it walks up, you guys see this. It hasn't quite noticed you yet, but has noticed something's up, and then starts to kind of peer around. You guys do anything before hearing none?
I'm gonna scramble to beneath the stone, away from the wall.
How close are the guards to the edge of this wall?
Well, the wall itself is maybe 5 feet wide. So from either side of the wall, they're right up against it. They're maybe like a foot away from either side of this wall. And they're about 30 feet away from you.
And they're on top of it, is that right?
Yeah, they're at the top. You are at the top of the wall. They're at the top of the wall. Odaving's at the top of the wall. Fizz is at the top of the wall. You're all on the wall.
Okay.
And it's now looking up towards you as it's like shifting its head towards you in that moment.
Can we gust these two off the wall? That's, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
what else are we gonna do, right?
Let's do it.
Gonna gust.
All right, is there a saving throw for the guts?
Yeah, there's a strength save.
Hopefully, skillies aren't strong.
What do they have to beat?
Great question. Is that
You're
16?
16. As you see this thing, "Hey," and you almost get a sense of you shouldn't be, and it flies off the side of the wall.
Thank fuck.
And you see this limp body just roll over. And all you hear is the thud and the as it wakes up from the fall.
Are they alive from the fall?
Pardon?
They're like alive from the fall?
Oh yeah,
Like, as
they're fine.
alive as undead people could be?
Yeah, they
Oh,
fall
fuck.
off the wall. They're both
Right.
looking up.
I was really hoping they would just kind of like,
Explode.
yeah.
Well, first of all,
skeleton
Gust
style.
doesn't do any damage.
No, but from the fall,
And
right?
the damage
Off
from the
wall?
fall did not do enough to destroy them.
All right. Good to know.
All right, it is time to mosey.
Oh wait,
Yes.
I gotta roll Artem because he's coming up too.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, Artem is sitting next to Rolo. Hey, how's it going? Fucking roll nat 20.
Oh.
What's up?
I guess, is he just secretly like a master thief and we didn't know this?
So with that, you find the group of you have made it into the courtyard, seemingly undetected. Seemingly, as you guys wander quickly to below this large stone pyramidal shape, like a four-sided tetrahedron. I think a tetrahedron is the right word. Floating around. Directly below the center of this pyramid, you notice what looks like a small podium, kind of where you creep in. And from where you're standing, you can't quite see anything going on at any of the causeways, the tops of those walls. So you gather that you might be out of sight, at least for the time being, while you're underneath here. So, as you get to the podium, you notice quite clearly around the center of this podium, there seems to be glowing circles stretched out around this podium. As you look through and you count 9 in total, you notice that the podium itself is made of stone, and it almost looks like a spike that's been driven into the organic matter below it. And on this small podium, maybe a foot, 2 feet wide, the top of it is flat, clean cut with 4 divots, spots for like a round object to be placed in them, cut into the top of this podium. And that's what you see, at least for now. What would you like to do?
Okay, so it's a spike podium with 4 divots and then 9 glowing circles around it.
Does it appear that the globe, like the orbs, can fit into the divots? They're the same size.
What orbs?
So the nine
The 9. So the 9 are circles, glowing circles on the floor. It's almost like.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Actually,
I was thinking sphere. I was thinking spheres.
Give me an Arcana check there, Rolo. I think 10. It looked like a spell or a magical spell has been imbued onto the ground. In 9 spots around this podium.
Can Fizz try to decipher it, or is it just like one check for the party?
No, I'll say. Basically, I was using Rolo's background for why he would have made that check.
I
so
see.
if you can think of a reason why you wanted to try, what are you trying to decipher? I'll let you do that. Rolo might have an innate reason why he would know, which
I see.
he seems to not know. So can't quite put his finger on it.
Yeah, there's a reason why he could know such a thing, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I like if he rolls a 12 or higher, it would be a slam dunk. But here we are.
All right, never mind. Okay, so I mean, I guess just at a glance around this courtyard, is there anything that kind of resembles the shape of what might fit into this podium?
No, that's an easy one. You don't see anything that would resemble the shape. Give me a
Like the
perception.
small.
Give me a perception check. As you're looking around, you guys have all again focused on trying not to get seen. Fizz is looking around to see if you can see anything else.
11.
11.
I'm not rolling great.
You see a dead guy in the middle of this on the ground on the other side of kind of where you're approaching. A dead guy just laying there.
Oh,
That's
Does
not
he-
concerning.
Can we discern the cause of death from here?
As you approach and you kind of poke it with a stick, definitely seems dead. And
But like, cut by swords or like burns or anything like that?
it's hard to tell. It's just a guy laying face down into a skin-like floor.
Okay.
But you do look like his body is rotting away. There is clothes that are somewhat covering his body that have also rotten away, so you can see flesh poking out. There is a kind of like a merce across his body that's laying flat to his side. There is a blade in one of his hands that seems to also have dissolved a bit. Like metal's there, but it's almost like it's rusted out and like crooked and eaten away at. The skull looks like it's been crushed, almost like something's walked on it. Kind of hard to pick out. And then in his other hand, where there would be a hand, there is none. Left hand. So he's got a sword in his right hand, and his left hand is gone.
Can I check the merce?
Yeah. As you pull into the merce, you pop it open. It's just a satchel. It's a satchel. I couldn't think of the word satchel in the moment. As you pull it open, you do find what looks like a map.
Oh. Okay.
And I will send you details for said map on our group page.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, well.
Oh boy. The Doom Vault.
The Golem Laboratories.
Forest of Slaughter. Let's go there.
Master's Domain.
Okay,
Over
so looking at Eric, I'm looking at the blood pools right now.
Mhm.
Do the that kind of looks like the do the like entrance or the tunnels like off in the main area, does that kind of match with where we are?
Which tunnels?
Like you see where that hexagonal or
Like middle
octagonal
left?
room? Yeah, middle left.
I would say quickly as you're looking at this map, none of this seems to line up with what you're currently standing in.
Oh, okay. I guess I'd turn to Artem and say, Artem, do you know? Does any of this look familiar to you? I don't know where this map is of.
Let's find out. There's the Doom Vault. That's supposed to be some, based on my knowledge from my traveling days, I've heard the Doom Vault as being a almost like a locked away domain. A wizard had created a vault to protect something very dear to himself, and it's like like a plane created by a wizard unto himself, separate from all of the other planes. That's what I would know from it. I don't know really what that entails or what's inside or how to get there. But I do know that the Doom Vaults were made up of 9 zones or nine sectors within. Each pertain to a fancy of the wizard that created them. That's about all I can tell.
This map is like the mind palace of this wizard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
Great.
Cool.
I'd love to visit the temples of extinction or extraction.
Yeah, they sound very nice.
the wizard that's said to have created it went by the name of what was it?
Oh,
Vance Frostbrand.
Oh, I recognize that name.
Oh, I recognize that name too.
Yeah, he's
Wasn't Vance a nice guy though?
Apparently not. Apparently he's a sick
Wasn't he
individual.
on the list?
Yeah, I thought
With
wasn't Vance
Arthur Chen
like
and-
was Vance like the husband of the dead wife?
Wasn't
No.
Vance the guy that was helping us in Grimgolier?
Yeah, that's what I remember. Because the people that the Raven Queen didn't like were Oban, Vecna, and the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I recall, Vance was a tall human with an eye patch investigating the murders.
Yes. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I
have to
remember.
Go a few pages back in my mental logs.
Your mind palace.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, I think that's.
Vance wasn't on the up and up then.
Well,
Yeah.
so how didn't? Oh man, I swear something went sideways in Grimgolier, didn't it? Like, weren't we like in some hut at one point? And
Yeah.
oh, but that was the mayor or something like that. Wasn't he the bad guy? I don't know. There is it. Yeah.
I remember we had to leave. Like kind of fast, didn't we?
Probably.
Because we. Because it was a doppelganger.
Yeah, I've got Vance changed into dwarf, one-armed woman called Norda, which I don't really remember too much at all, and I don't know if that helps or is accurate. But that's just got Vance Ice God ? Quotes powers that be changed into dwarf, one woman named Norda, which is way too specific to make it up. I just don't remember this.
Yeah, that's something.
All right.
Oh, Brad turned into Dwarf Woman. Wasn't Brad? He's the Knoll. Brad the Knoll liked cupcakes. Vance didn't turn into the dwarven woman. It was Brad the Knoll.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, cool.
Rather
I'm
roll
scratching
dice
my
from-
head here, like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, do I have to rewrite a big part of this campaign?
Eric's like, what the hell are these people talking about?
Brad.
I'm like, do
My
I
own
want to let you guys go down that garden path?
Eric's like, my own lore is
Hey,
wrong.
yeah, and then Norda lost her arm a few weeks ago taking care of mimics.
Oh yeah.
And I guess that's who Brad turned it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
So Vance, good or bad?
I think he was good, but I feel like he was a little bit of a tortured soul. Like he wasn't like a white knight kind of guy. If I
And
recall.
there was a
That's a-
time jump, right? So things could have gotten real bad.
Maybe not tortured soul, but like he wasn't like he's definitely a good guy, but he's not a cleric material. I don't
No,
think.
this map, if it belongs to him and it's like predator pools and like forest of slaughter, like he's probably not a good guy, right? If you look at all the titles of these things, like
Would've-
prison of
would've-
filth,
Would have gone down a dark path, I think.
fair.
Or
Yeah.
someone took his name, and it's maybe Archon. I don't know. Shortly after our
Or
time
maybe
on land,
Vance changed his name to Archon.
but I don't know. I think he knew about Archon. He might have told us. He might have given us like he might have been hunting Archon or something. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure. I don't care whether he's good or bad or whatever. I'm just like, what relevance does this map have to where we are right now?
All right. Well, it seems like it has no relevance, so we should put it in some of our pockets.
Well,
Unless this is where the circle goes, if it's a teleportation circle or something.
yeah.
No,
'Cause
that's-
it looks like each of the areas has entry point, and I point on the map where it says entry points in some of the areas.
9 regions, 9
Yeah, nine.
glowing spheres or orbs or whatever, right, around the circle.
Yep.
I wonder if
Right.
they bring you to different parts of this domain. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe there are those 4 items that we can put into the thing that'll let us into the
Hmm.
prison where the Raven Queen might be.
Go take a look. Maybe the Raven Queen's in the Doom Vault.
Yeah,
It's maybe
That's
that's
where I
the
would-
Doom Vault.
in the
That might
abyssal
be-
prisons.
The prison's
Yeah.
the Doom Vault.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Makes
So,
sense.
have we tried, like, has anyone, like, stepped on one of the glowing circles or anything? Or, like, what if we put an object on it? Does it, like, teleport somewhere?
Who has been avoiding them?
Remember, we should put a bag of holding on them. See what
Can we
happens.
put the dead guy?
No, no.
Can we put the dead guy in one of the orbs?
Yeah,
sure.
let's try that.
Yeah.
I was just going to put an inanimate object, but,
I'm
you
just
know.
gonna-
Well,
I'm
how
just
do we know?
I'm just gonna
No.
pick up. I'm just gonna pick up the dead guy. Yeah. What orb? What like? Where am I putting it?
Just closest one.
Okay, roll me a d10 because, like, let's just figure out.
All right. Where is this thing going? That is a 4.
The 4? All right, let me get my page back up. How did this do this? Oh, there we go. All right. So as you throw this dead body onto this circle, you start to see the light glow with green, blues, and purples as you see the form disappear before your eyes. But as it does, you start to see what looks like almost like a star pattern with cysts popping out of it form, kind of in a glowing arcane energy as it disappears into that circle, and the body is no more.
I guess the biggest thing would be if we were to step on this. How would we know we would all end up on the same location?
Through science.
Like it's not changing.
Let's toss something else on and see what happens.
We toss a bone
And
onto the same one.
I will.
Yeah, to
I,
confirm, if the pattern's the same, that implies that it goes to the same place.
all right,
I could be just, Luddite and not know
Are we?
things. But,
Are we
Can we
talking
put
about?
can we put Ovin's shadow on it? I don't know how that works.
Oh, that might work. I summoned the shadow, and all right, we did this once. It didn't end up well. It didn't really work, but I can control the shadow up to 1,000 feet away from me.
Okay.
But my body is now blind and deafened. I see and work through the shadow. So I guess the
okay.
shadow, yeah.
Gotcha.
So shadow is going to step on the same teleporter as the body.
You see the shadow, the same lights light up, the same colors of blues and purples. The shadow and Odoving, your eyes snap back as the shadow severs connection. But as it did step on for a brief moment, you could swear you saw this star-like pattern with little bulbous like cyst-like shapes coming off of the points of the star disappear. As you look down, you can see the circle almost etched in the flesh below it. Scars of that same kind of shape are present.
So, sorry, what does the shape look like again?
Well, I think it's like the far realm price, like the star shape one. Bottom right corner.
I agree.
Do we want to go there? It looks inviting.
Is that where we want to go? Where
I don't
would we?
I don't think it really matters.
Yeah.
What about?
Well,
I like forests.
I feel like
Forest
the
of
far
Slaughter
realm,
sound good.
I feel like the far realm cysts. Wow, gross. Wouldn't be as dangerous as the predator pools.
But if we're looking for the Raven Queen, wouldn't we want to try and go to the prisons?
Yeah.
Is she even
I think
in
so.
here? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
either, but
the-
that might be a decent.
The far realm cysts are also, well, they kind of look relatively close to the master's domain.
Oh, that could maybe.
Like, do we have enough objects to figure out what all nine go to?
Are
Oh,
there-
I've got tons of little.
As you
Do we have-
as you
Do we
look
have time
around,
and
as you look around, you notice that there's etchings into the flesh underneath each of these circles.
Oh,
You
Okay.
see one that seems to be etched in the form of a tree next to the one that you're looking at, where you've tossed the body and then the shadow. You see one that almost looks like a gelatinous cube
Mhm.
shaped. You see one that's just the Minnesota Wild logo for some reason.
Okay,
okay.
it's a great logo.
or no, that's too vague. The Nashville logo.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Predator pool.
You
'Cause
see
I was
one that
I was
looks like
Minnesota Wild. That could be the forest.
you see one that looks like you're able to suss out without going through all of them. You're able to suss out which one seems to lead to which one.
So we want to go to the prisons, or do we want to go Temple of Extraction? Extract someone. I don't know.
I mean, to me, there are two ways we can go about this. We either take the one that goes straight to the prison if we're trying to find where the Raven Queen is held, or we go to the one that we think is going to be the least dangerous. Those are my votes.
I vote prison.
And
I vote prison.
I vote prison.
Go to the prisons.
sure.
Okay, so we see one of the circles that looks like
Yeah,
a
it
prison.
looks like a almost like a fault line, cracked earth, like a scar across with bars.
Mm.
And as you guys look down at that one, do you guys all step in?
I'll take. Can you take all nine of us? I mean, all of us at the same time, or one at a time?
Hold hands and jump.
Hold hands and
Yeah.
jump.
As you all
Yeah.
hold hands.
Artem, get in here.
It's like, looking around at his alternative. All right, I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
He grabs onto your hands. As you all hop in, you see yourselves kind of dissipate and start to reappear. Let me just make sure I've got the right map. Reappear into a small chamber. And in this chamber, let me make sure I got this right. You see scorch and shattered plaster. This room is made of stone. There's frescoes covering the walls, paintings of what seems like a long forgotten art piece that's been rotten and like bleached. So it's hard to make out the painting that was on there, but you could tell that there was something there. About a half dozen chandeliers that have been smashed, cracked, and are hanging at obtuse angles. And in the north, sorry, that's where you entered. You guys entered in the northeast corner of this chamber, and you are surrounded by a black circle, if you will, where you kind of land in, almost like this is the gate, the entry point into this chamber, and that's where we'll take a break.
All right.
jump back in as you guys enter the Doom Vaults for the first time. The group of you with Artem in tow and Jin kind of just floating around, seemingly like,
Yeah.
all right, let's do this.
I keep on forgetting we have like a god.
There's
On our
literally,
side.
literally like this, yeah.
This reality altering god.
Just in tow. But you find yourself in this this small little chamber. Here, let me update the map for you. I lost my map. As you have selected, I want to say it's this one. As you find yourselves in yeah. For sake of the ease of us going through this, since you have the map with you, you find yourselves in the room that's labeled 1
Entry point.
as the entry point. Because I didn't want to put little covers on everything or redo the thing, we're just going to go with it. As you guys have full knowledge, given that you have the map in tow, Artem is kind of tracing out, giving the size of the room, the dimensions, a solid idea of the room you guys are in. And let's just move that on. Okay. So, as you find yourselves in the entry point, you start to hear kind of coming from the room, the entry door to in front of you, as you're standing, you see this gated room. You start to hear, oh, you got more.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Sounds like a party.
If we looked out into that larger area, what would we see? Is the door like closed or?
No.
Like we can go down the stairs.
Yeah, as you look down the stairs, as you're looking down the stairs and you enter the room, Rolo, since you're the one that said you're going to do that, I'd like to have you give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
What? What did I do?
You walked out.
Oh, just a nat 20, so.
All right. Yeah, as you look down, you see what appears to be a pale humanoid creature, very like human-looking creature, very well adorned, reaching out to you. Kind of looks out to you. It's like, "Come on in, won't you? Join the festivities."
With that nat 20, I will.
All right. Yeah.
I can walk down the stairs.
No
like,
problem.
Enter the room.
Interesting. Are you here to participate, or what's your fancy?
What participate in what? What are the festivities going on today?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming you're here for the pit fight. Mostly our Lord, the Whispered One, sends them here to join in our feeding of the Vrock. Chance at a new life at defeating the Vrock. I think that is how he wished to put it. But if you're interested in joining, feel free to hop in.
I'm more of a betting man myself.
That's
Not much of
fine.
a fighter.
Do you care to take a wager, or there? And as you look down, as you're standing, yeah, if you want to jump in, but as you're looking down, Rolo, you see that there's about 10 humanoid creatures in the pit right now, and you see this like giant winged vulture-like creature with multiple legs, engaged in what looks like a fight. As like they're trying to slash at it, and one gets like ripped up and like tossed and like swallowed, and like they're going at it. And this, if you're interested, join in. If the master The one who shall not be named has sent you here. Feel free, but if you're here to bet, absolutely, I'll take a wager. What are you gambling?
Do you guys accept gold in this realm?
No, I think I'm
You
more
have-
interested in what do you wish to gain.
Wish to gain?
Mhm.
Well, I am looking for a friend, and it would be useful to gain knowledge if you know their whereabouts within this realm.
Well, if you're looking for folk that aren't participating, the abyssal prisons are a bit of a maze. None have said to have escaped. They only come here to spend eternity. If there's someone in particular you're looking for, I might have seen them in their entry. I'm kind of the gatekeeper, if you will.
And so what do you want me to bet?
If I know,
Like
if I know
You're
who
putting
they
up
are.
the information. What am I have to put up against that?
If I win the bet, which I'm assuming we're going to gamble on these folks down in the pit. That's usually what we're betting on. Just like a little nibble, little taste.
What? Of me?
Yeah. Nothing too severe, just maybe like a
I
pinky
like
or a,
whisper. I like whisper to like the rest of you. This is some fucked up shit we're about to get into.
or maybe just like
Um,
a little bit of flesh off the side. Nothing life threatening.
So can I whisper to Odovang? Odovang, do you think you can take the bird?
Eric, can I do a perception check on that?
As you walk in to take a perception check, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get the sense that not many people
15?
come here by choice.
15. As you you walk in, you're able to see here. Let me flip over an image for you. I'll throw this in the chat. As you see this this large winged creature standing about 10 feet tall is ripping apart the peasants in this pit.
How cute. No?
I will name it Polly. He will be my verb. No, but seriously, can I do a perception check on this thing? Did I pass the wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, and what are you trying to see? I gather that wisdom save gave you the ability to kind of take a look around.
Oh, Jesus. So like you kind of already answered. I was going to see what kind of people things it was fighting, but you kind of already answered that question.
Yeah, they're very
peasants, right?
Yeah, they're not very very well equipped. You see broken, I wouldn't even call them swords. They're like improvised weapons. You do see one person that is a little bit more well equipped and is kind of holding themselves off.
Could I do a perception check to see if there's any sort of injuries to this thing right now, or is that too much?
It's in pretty good shape.
Okay.
If anything, the one there's an elf with white long hair. She seems to be holding herself at bay, but mostly at the expense of the peasants, keeping her safe.
I mean, can I do? No, you know what? You've already answered all my questions. It sounds like the peasants are trash. I don't know. Does anybody want to join me, or just want to take bets?
So Fizz, I guess at this point wants to go.
True. You're down.
Oh, let's
Speak.
see what.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Viz.
Fizz wants to ask this gatekeeper person a question. So
So as you walk down,
wisdom-
I need you to
wisdom.
make a wisdom saving throw there, bud.
yeah, you got it. Well, I can't stay in this tiny room forever.
No, you cannot.
Oh dear. Oh dear. It's a 3.
Oh dear.
You see Fizz just kind of run into the room and jump into the pit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. I'm gone. I'm in the pit. Let's go.
I'll leave the freaking room too.
Well, that answers actually answers
I say-
Fizz's question.
I say to Rolla, bet on us.
So, with the seeing Fizz rolls in, I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, so I bet on the humanoids will win against that abomination of a bird.
Oh, I'll take that bet hands down.
Alright.
I'm gonna have a little bit of that, and he kind of points. If I win, it's like I want that piece, and he like basically draws a finger along your trapezoid.
Big piece.
Just a little nibble.
What is
All right, so Fizz, as you run in, you dive into the pit along with these other 10 other humanoid peasants in there. Who else is jumping in?
Yeah, if this is going in,
All right.
All right, let's roll initiative.
Shit.
I guess I'll jump. Is that against the bat rules? Can I jump in too, I guess?
Be my guest.
So I
I'd say there's a conflict of interest
on
there.
initiatives. I rolled a 2 and then a nat 20.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna go around the screens here. True. What did you roll?
I don't think I can do anything to boost my initiative, so it's a 9. Fizz caught me off guard.
Love it. Fizz, what did you roll for initiative?
Fizz caught himself off guard. 14.
Odoving, you rolled in at 20.
Yep.
Okay, as Rolo, you jump in. What did you roll?
18.
Nice. And Eo, what did you roll?
10.
10.
So
All
10.
right. So 13?
10.
10, okay. Okay, let's see. All right. And okay. True, your roll again?
9.
All right. Okay, Odoving, as you leap to Fizz's protection, what would you like to do?
All right. I am just going to go for the straight 2 attacks on this thing right now.
Okay, yeah. As you leap down into this, and it's screeching about, it sees you guys coming and almost like plants its feet back, eager for more. As you can see, one of the peasants has just had its head ripped off, throws the body aside. You come in swinging. Make your attack rolls.
All right. So the first one is a 25.
Oh, swings down in. Yeah, you find purchase into its muscly arm.
The second one is a nat 20.
Yeah.
A
Okay. Just
28.
hit me with damage. As you slash in one, and then you find a weak spot as you jam your
Eric,
weapon
just
into it.
how does I know your nat 20 works different than the websites.
Just take the website. It's fine.
Okay.
It works out to like 2 or 3 points difference. Whatever works easier for you.
All right. So the first hit is going to be 14 points of damage.
Oh.
And the second one is going to be 7 points of damage. And I don't know if anybody remembers, but this thing now has the Ancestral Guardians on it. So anybody that, besides me, anybody else that it attacks, it has disadvantage on those attacks. And even if it hits you guys, you are resistant to it. If it's slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing damage.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm going to action surge. Yeah, I should have done this before. Action surge. Go into rage, and I'm going to make 2 more attacks.
Okay.
25 again,
Oh yeah, you.
and I
Is
am
this-
at 12, so it's just going to attack
Yeah,
once.
with the one. As you spear into it, this is with your trident, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one, because I'm enraged, it was a 7 plus 2, it's 9.
Gotcha. Love it. As you You come down, spear into it once. As you hit the ground, swinging your spear, jam up to it, getting that critical strike. And then as it's stunned, you quickly pull your spear out, twist it, and jab in again to that weak spot for the additional damage.
And finally, the bonus action, the shadow's gonna come out.
And the shadow. It's go time. As that humanoid. I don't. Ooh, that's pretty aggressive. If I do say so myself, but don't worry, it will definitely pay your friend back for that. However, Rolo, you are next up in the initiative as you are diving in to the fray.
And just a quick question. Are like spells range attacks? Like, can I use steady
depends.
aim for firebolt?
No. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yes, you can. It's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use steady aim firebolt.
Go for it.
Sorry, I have to make a slight correction. If this thing attacks anybody else, it's not bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage you have resistance on. It just says if this creature attacks anybody else, they have resistance on the damage dealt to it.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'll keep track of that.
So sneak attack. So steady aim, so I get advantage.
Okay, so you're jumping into the pit, landing, taking aim. All right, go.
So the first one's a 21.
That'll
Or
hit.
maybe oh, hit. Okay.
That'll hit.
Okay. So roll the damage.
So you got your sneak attack because you had advantage on it. You could roll to see if you get a nat 20.
For the sneak.
Yeah, for the advantage.
Sure. And no, 16.
Yeah, well, you still hit. So roll the damage plus your sneak attack wouldn't work on the firebolt.
Okay.
Yeah, sneak attack is only with your finesse weapons. So your crossbows, your actual weapons.
Oh yeah, weapons.
Yeah.
Because it says finesse or ranged. That was what I was asking about.
Yeah, you got
Firebolt
advantage.
was a range. Has to be a weapon.
The steady aim gave you advantage. Sneak attack would work if it's a weapon that you're wielding.
Gotcha.
But you still land the fire damage as you
7.
7. You hit with fire. Some of the feathers burn off of its side as it screeches out, looking towards you and then back at the guy that just stabbed him 3 times. Yeah, you definitely found a weak spot as you move into the pit, falling into it with them. I think that's your whole turn.
That is.
With a successful strike for once. I just want to take a moment. Rolo, you hit. As Fizz, you're up next. As you kind of feel yourself just really bloodthirsty and hungry for fight. As you're kind of overwhelmed with this sense of needing to attack head on, diving into the pit. The second you hit the floor of this pit, you're back to your normal self and wondering, what the hell did I just do? What would you like to do?
I've made a huge mistake. Okay. So right now, who all is right next to this creature? I guess Odaving is.
Yeah, there's
It's a pit.
There's the 5 of you, the 10 others in this pit with you.
Okay, so we're all like pretty close to this creature. We're not like. All right. Okay. Like, am I within like melee range of this thing?
Yeah, you could be wherever you want. I'm not gonna like, this thing is taking up most of the pit. It wouldn't be that hard to say that you can get into melee range with it.
Okay. I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to stay out of melee range of this thing, but I don't want it to.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Opportunity attack. I think jumping into the pit and realizing what he's just done, Viz is just going to be like, oh shit, and like try and back up to the wall as much as he can to get some distance between him and this creature.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is gonna load the rifle off of his back and take a shot.
All right, give me an attack roll as you stare down the barrel, as you plant yourself into the corner. This thing, screeching, just gotten stabbed by Odoving a couple times. And he's chasing dice.
Yeah, apparently that's flying off the table. Okay, so 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. As you fire the rifle, you hear the bullet fly through the air and make contact.
Okay. That is 12 points of radiant damage.
All right. As you puncture through, you hear the thing reach out. You see the bullet kind of go through and through a clean shot through. Fly out as it screeches, thieving with rage and pain. Are you doing anything else on your turn there, Rolo? Or Fizz, sorry.
I think so. Just looking around, there's like a bunch of peasants, and then there's like one elf woman who seems to know what she's doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think Fizz is mostly just going to call out to the others in the pit and say, "Well, we're here together now. Let's work together, take this thing down."
Classic Fizz.
Love it. Yeah, as they like kind of, yay. Some of them have like wounds across their bodies. They're looking like a rough shape as it stands. Next up in the order is Io, getting a chance to go before this creature does.
All right, so I'll approach the creature with my daggers of sharpness out. And this is kind of a technical question, but we'll see if you'll allow it. So my Claret Order Braces allow me to use 2 of the same cantrips. Would I be able to use Booming Blade on each of my dagger hits? No, and I'm going to try that. All right, so with the first, it's 16 to hit.
As you slash into it, you find purchase with your blade and you cut into it. So that first one hits. Roll your second,
Right
we'll see
on.
if both hit, and then you can roll all the damage.
14.
And you try and swing. As the first blade cuts in, it reels back, and then just kind of evading the space that you're slashing into. As it pulls back away from your second blade, your second strike does not hit. So with the first strike, roll your damage, and then we will figure out what Booming Blade does when it goes.
Great, so just the straight damage is going to be 8.
8. All right, yeah.
That's
Thing's
piercing
doing all right.
damage. Yeah. All right, and then the Booming Blade, so
Yeah, so if it moves, it'll take more damage, and I think it's 2d8, I think, at this level.
yeah,
at
2d8 on a hit.
Yeah.
And then a third if it moves. Sorry, I'm not quite sure. It says 2d8 damage and then 3d8 for moving.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so yeah, roll
Yeah.
2d8. It takes that now, and then takes another 3d8 if it
Oh,
moves.
shit. Okay, that's awesome. Cool. So that's 9.
Okay.
And then, yeah, if it moves, I think it's 5 feet or more.
If it moves, well, unfortunately, as you do another 9 damage to it, we pan over to, because that's going to take your action, your bonus action, and your movement to get up to it. You're next to it. As we look over to True, who just edged out the rock.
So I'm intending to run and like charge this thing, but I guess we'll see what happens when I enter the room. Or do we? Because I haven't entered the room yet.
That's
Is it?
true. Give me a wisdom save.
Ooh.
Yeah. It might just make it so I can't fight until I'm in the hole, I guess. Oh, that's a pretty good wisdom save. Where the hell is it?
Yeah.
It's a 20, not
Yeah, no, it's
natural.
fine.
but-
It's your choice. It's
Yeah.
your choice.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm going to charge, and before I get to the pit, I'm going to double throw with the spear because that thing just pops back in my hand. Oh, those are garbage.
roll your first one. What was your first one?
Okay, well, I'll go with the lower number. I roll them at the same time. It's going to. Oh gosh, I gotta go. I've rolled a 1, so it's gonna be an 11. Now,
Yeah. Your
yeah,
spear does
we'll
not
just-
come back to you.
What?
The
What?
Throw your
spear does
spear.
not come back.
It sticks
It does
into
not
it,
come back.
falls to the ground. You hear the clang, clicking against the stone. You're trying to pull it back. It doesn't come back.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna like miss up a step there, but it's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna go, and I'm going to pretty much just charge. If I gotta kind of leap off the wall a little bit, whatever. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I'm just gonna like charge at this thing. If I gotta use special abilities to get there in time, I will. I have my cat stuff, so boom, I'm gonna get there. I'm going to try to uppercut this guy to get away from the spear, and then I'm gonna grab the spear and try to stab him with it.
Okay.
So okay, we'll do the uppercut. I'll just roll 1 dice at a time here. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet uppercut. It's going to be a 24 to hit.
Oh, you pop it into the bottom of its bird-like beak as you cock a punch up into its mouth.
Okay. 7 damage
Okay.
with the uppercut, and then I'm gonna try. Like, I can pick up the. Can I pick up the weapon, or is that an action?
Yeah.
do that.
I'll let you grab that.
Okay. And that's the exact same roll that I had originally. Okay, so that's a 17 to hit.
That'll hit as you pull the thing up and just kind of prop it up as the weight of this creature falls onto your spear.
Okay, yeah, and because I am not throwing it, it's actually going to be good damage. 19.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
good. It's still good. Okay. As you guys lay into this thing, trying to just put everything you have into it, this creature is going to look over at your dragonborn friend, who goaded it on with 3 successful strikes out of 4. It is going to try and claw at you with its talons. Odahviing, as it screeches out, clawing down towards you. What's your AC?
20.
Okay, as it slashes into you, you feel the claws of this thing crush your armor and start to like puncture through some of the side unprotected parts. As you will take, ooh, fuck. 15 points of piercing damage.
Is that like after my resistance?
No, it's before.
Okay.
So
8?
have and then reduce because you're strong like that. And then
So 7 damage.
while it's grabbing you, it's going to bite you. That one's also going to hit. This one's going to hurt a little bit more. Another 10 slashing damage as it tries to cut into you.
And that's like after resistance. So it's like just 10 straight out, or is it 5?
So it'll be 5.
All right. I'm going to vengeful assault.
Okay.
I just want to find it. Yep. Yeah. So I'm just going to try and do that to you. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Roll a damage.
All right.
As ooh,
That's 8 damage on it.
okay. As it's starting to look very, very, very rough from that strike. You see blood coming out of it. It's got multiple wounds through. As it's going to start to screech out through the chamber. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw as the very high pitched scream echoes in your ears and starts to hurt. How'd you guys do? Let's go around. Let's start with Io. How'd you do?
Ooh, it's a nat 20.
Yeah.
You love it. You have no problem with it. You kind of it's your vibe. You're like, okay, whatever. Rolo, how'd you do?
Nat 20.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Voting too?
Eric, yeah, not 20. 27,
What?
baby. Yeah. We're having a good time.
Fizz, how you doing?
I also rolled pretty well. I got a 24.
Nice.
Jeez. True.
18. I feel inadequate
shit.
now.
You guys all look great.
Like, well, that was
We-
weird.
We enjoyed the sound so much. We all healed from it.
Did it happen to move whenever it screamed by chance? Like,
No.
no?
No.
Okay.
Bitch.
It's a great thing. The booming blade is
did
fantastic.
it move? Does the movement count when it attacked me?
No, because
Has
it's
to
like
be.
you were right
Oh,
up
it
against
moved.
it.
Oh,
Because you were right up against it, it didn't have to move to attack you. If you'd backed off, then it could have gone after you. Okay, so here's with that vengeful strike. It is now the peasant's turn.
They're gonna attack us, aren't they?
Oh, if they attack us, it's game over for them.
The peasants rolled an 18 plus 0. And how do they want to do this?
The peasants win.
Kicking the shit out of this bird.
Yeah.
I feel like they should just maul it. Just
Yeah.
They were encouraged by Fizz's words.
Yeah, I think it's
and they
like
just
Like-
zombie, like
yeah,
rush.
zombie horde.
equivalent,
turn
yeah.
bar.
It's like they've all been like
Yeah.
encouraged, and they like just zombie horde it. Yeah,
They
absolutely.
pluck it to death.
So the way this encounter works is on the peasant's turn, they cumulatively, if they can hit, deal 5 damage. As like the group of them. Yeah, that was enough to finish him off. As you see this creature just drop.
Awesome.
And they all like, yeah. And I'm gonna say it's the elf that got the final blow. Because she seems to be the only one competent enough as she stabs in to get the final blow. And she looks over. Well, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you. Really, really appreciate it.
Like Eric, is she like very winded?
Oh yeah,
I
she-
remember it was like, it's good.
Thank you. You've saved my life. I am forever in debt to you.
What's your name?
My name is. My name is. What is it? Sorry,
Innocent bystander number 2.
no, it's not that.
Delph, the elf.
Shalendra.
Shalendra.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Uh,
Can we call it Elf on the Shelf for sure?
No.
Somebody write down her actual name, and then somebody write down that nickname. I want to
There you go.
remember both.
Yeah,
This is
she's
what-
gonna turn into a one-armed dwarf.
This is what Shalendra looks like.
All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she's like a very young looking, if not wounded from the rock. As the pale humanoid that's looking down over it. Well, fuck me. I had
Are you not entertained?
very, very pleasantly entertained. Well, come on out. As he like throws down a rope for you guys to climb out of the pit. Well, I guess a bet is a bet. What information are you looking for? It is my pleasure to pay the debt.
I'm gonna confer with the group, just slightly off to the side. So how much information do we want to let on who we're looking Does it matter?
It may matter. Like he might freak out if he catches on to something. My like I don't know why gut reaction would be like to say that we were sent by the Whispered One to like test out all the defenses in this realm, like hence like the vulture and stuff, and like so we need to know where the Raven Queen is to be able to make sure like if she is here that like safely secured. He didn't give us any details.
I'm good with that line.
Cool.
Okay. I hope you can lie.
Third party audit?
I'll let you lead the way.
What's your deception like, Rolo?
My deception?
I
My
think
more
it's persuasion that you'll go for, right?
persuasion's medium, my deception's good. It's not +9.
Yeah,
No, I mean, if you want to do that, my persuasion's +8. But if you want to,
Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't know
it's gonna be
check it is.
persuasion, so
cool. All right, let's try it.
So, have you decided on how you intend to get repaid?
yes.
It-
My friend Io has a question for you.
Yeah, we are seeking information. It's a pretty top secret mission from the Whispered One himself. We're actually looking for the whereabouts of the Raven Queen, whether she's here on this realm or elsewhere. We're being sent to test the various defenses here, and that's also one of our tasks. So, as you could probably tell from our fight in the pits, we're not here to really mess around. We're here on pretty official business.
Well, I would say you clearly have proven yourself quite able. That would make sense that the Whispered One would send you here. Roll me a deception check.
Oh, it is deception?
Oh yeah, you were completely lying to him.
I get confused between the persuasion and deception, but I guess it's lying, not persuasion. All right, it's 18.
But if you are looking for the one they call the Raven Queen, yeah, she's made her way down here in the last couple months, deeper into the abyssal prisons. I think she's in one of the cells. Yeah, she is down here. If you can find your way through, you should find her. Let me make sure I got my map correct. I think they've. They've placed her in. There we go. They placed her in the Chaos Rift, but if she is not there, you may find her in the torture chambers. The master seemed to be very particular about her suffering for her crimes.
Fair enough.
We need to see like the old map, or is just we want to see what you show us?
Did you want a copy of the old map?
Well, it's like the number 7, the Chaos Rift.
You'd gather roughly. Let me.
I think the labeling was different. Sorry.
And I feel like the halls of conditioning may or may not be. Yeah, I don't know. There's
torture
a few
chambers.
spots. Yeah, it's either that or.
Conditioning?
You wouldn't necessarily know the numbers. You have the information available on the map.
Okay. Anyways, so
The numbers are helping me.
gotcha.
Right.
So
All right. So it sounds like we got to go through the Temple of Chaos to get there. So yeah.
What's up those other stairs over there?
Up there.
So number 3.
And, I would prefer that you don't head up there. Those are my personal chambers.
Are they well defended?
You don't know like who we are at all, do you?
No,
we're here for the Whisper One.
no, I have no. He has a lot of servants. He has a lot of employees, if you will.
What's up there? I'm curious now.
That's my room.
I know. I'm asking.
It's It's mostly my possessions. I don't really want to talk about what I do up there. It's kind of my own personal jam. Unless you're interested in that kind of thing.
Well, we don't know.
I don't usually take more than 4 at a time.
Fizz takes a step back. No, thanks. Just business.
You
Just
sure?
business. No pleasure.
Hang on.
No.
Biz, hang on. This
I
could be
can
fun.
make an exception
This
for a
could be
gnome.
good.
I
This could
haven't
be
had
good.
No.
gnome before.
Not at all.
Like, what are you talking about? Like a nice game of chess? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, if you're interested, why don't you come up? If you particularly, come on up. I'll show you.
Maybe another time. I think we're busy.
Yeah, I think we have other priorities at the moment.
Yeah.
Fizz at this point is just starting to walk in the direction that he thinks is the Temple of Chaos.
Eric.
He does not want to speak to this guy anymore.
Eric, for like the pit where this bird thing is now dead, was there like a crowd that's like really disappointed?
No, it was literally this one dude in this fancy clothes looking over and watching this bird rip apart people.
But
It
was he
was-
disappointed?
Is he disappointed? Surprisingly not.
Damn it.
He's kind of just thrilled at death in general.
A connoisseur.
Point is,
All
if you
right.
What do we do with the peasants and the elf? Are we gonna get them to come with us?
Oh,
or
yeah, can
send
we
them
go with
back
us?
through the teleporter, or like what? What are we thinking?
Well, aren't they like free?
Yeah.
They beat the bird? But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of assume they just kind of disappeared.
I'd say we have to follow the rules. You know, we're not just trying to play off that we work here.
I asked the guy, what's their fate now?
well, I figured if you were working for the Whispered One, you could escort them to the prisons. Anybody that survives the pit gets led into an opportunity to live in a life of eternal damnation, rather than suffering death as food for this demonic creature. So yeah, if you want to take them and install them into the prisons, that'd be fantastic. Saves me a little bit of thing, and maybe I could spend a little time in my room just relaxing a bit.
I guess we get them to follow us. I mean, if
Yeah,
That's
I think
a
so.
good-
It's a good.
they didn't
you know.
say like what route we need to take for them to get to the prison,
Yeah. Let's make them lead the way.
let's take the scenic route.
All right.
Yeah, Temple of Chaos.
All right. As you guys start heading
With
in
the
that
group.
direction,
With the peasants in front.
yes, this this human creature.
and the elf with us.
Yeah, as the humanoid creature, this pale human creature, he looks over to you, Odaving, and he's like, "If you're ever back in these parts, you know where I stay."
Eric, could I ask what the Jin was doing during this time? Has
He was just kinda
laid
like-
waste to a monster.
He's like, "Hey, you said you guys got this. If you need me to do anything, I could have taken care of it, no problem."
He was just like cheering us on.
Cheering you on. So with
How many
that,
peasants do we have?
Oh my
By the way.
god.
you've got 8 left.
8 for the inmate transfer. Okay,
Mhm.
sweet.
All right. So, with that, as you guys head your way up the corridor with the peasants going first, the walls in this hallway move from the stone to a bit more of a finely crafted, and it's wood-paneled walls. You've got the wainscoting. I think that's the term. Wainscoting of the walls. However, there are cracks in this. Like it's rotted. It's not well kept up, and the cracks show the stone behind it. As you enter the next room. Sorry.
That's good enough.
As you follow the line of the peasants as they walk through, they successfully navigate the 2 death traps in the chamber towards the this next room. So you are escorted safely to the next chamber. That's what I'm thinking. As you guys arrive, you notice that there are three circular, mystical etchings, scribbles, runes in the floor. It's edged with rough runes around each circle. The peasants kind of hold up and look to you guys for directions. The elf is like, what the fuck is the plan?
Have I seen etchings like this before?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. That is a 14.
As you look through the runes, you get a sense that a lot of these runes seem to be gibberish. Like you read them and they're not words. It's just kind of gibberish scratched around.
All right. Well, I can't sense any immediate danger, but probably safest to just avoid stepping on them or something like that, I would say.
Yeah. It makes sense just to scoot around them.
Yeah, let's scoot around the the perimeter of the room to try and get to the temple entrance.
So with the group of you, as you try and move through, I'm going to say that to navigate the group will be easy enough for you guys to avoid them, but the peasants aren't as abled adventurers as you guys are. It's the fucking strongest set of peasants ever. As they also
not 20 their way through.
Navigate through to a door on the other side. This door is unlocked, leading to the next chamber, labeled 5 on your map. As we move our way down, the elf is like, "Okay, I know you don't work for this mage. What are you doing here?"
Trying to set things right here.
It's very vague.
It's meant to be.
Deal with it.
Yeah, just stay with us and you'll be safe.
Okay. Well, my name is Shalendra. Is my name, and you haven't told me your name, but I'm assuming you're only in good intention, or else you wouldn't have tricked that vampire back there.
What?
What?
Vampire?
Oh man, I'm glad I didn't go up his robe.
I feel like you know a lot more than we do.
Yeah, I've been trying to find a glyph key. I came down here in search of one, and unfortunately, I've ended up in this place.
What is a glyph key? Like, why are you looking for it?
Well, it's said that the deceiver, the Lich Lord that built this place, hid keys to his phylactery down here. And if there's any hope for our people to defeat him, we need to get these keys to get access to his phylactery.
Aye.
Why?
And so this lich is not the whispered one, as he's called. It's someone else, or is it the same person?
It could
as
be.
far as you can
I'm
tell.
assuming everybody calls him a different thing, and I think that's his intention is to confiscate and seed doubt and confuse those and deceive everyone around him. That's why we call him the deceiver.
Misdirection.
Using aliases, fake names, encouraging those that follow him to think that he's someone who's not. The Whispered One
What
seems.
was what's the fake name that you know this thing as?
The name that we have is Vecna the Deceiver, and as she says that, she kind of brings her head down, and like almost like I shouldn't have said that name.
Okay.
Who's
Well,
Vecna again?
Vecna is one of the three.
Oh god.
One of the three.
That's one of the people that we were trying to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
I, that name and another name we were talking about earlier today, it's the exact same letters, just
Thanks.
different order. Just different order.
Yeah.
There.
I spelled
my
mine with
God.
a K. Good job, True.
it's Wordle all over again.
Oh
All
god.
right.
All right.
So we're gonna kill something now.
So Tyler,
Yeah.
not True, Tyler. I'd like to give you inspiration for solving my 1.5 year long con.
Well, because I wrote Vance equals Deceiver, the Lich Lord, and then it's Vecna. Like, I put that above. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Vecna, Vance. God damn it.
So here's the thing. I thought it was spelled with a K as well.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
really?
looking at it. Yeah.
See, I had it properly spelt the entire time. It never occurred to me.
But this makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yep. Well played, good sir.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm down here. Why the fuck are you down here?
Take care of this motherfucker.
I think
Yeah.
our goals align for sure.
We all have like an epiphany. Oh,
Yeah, how like why are you like after Vecna? Like how did you get to be to this place, and what are you about?
I am one of the Mountain Makers, a organization of highly trained elves from Uthadurn. We've been tracking movements of a undead phenomenon reaching across the Marrow Valley. Before it reaches our lands, we discovered the source, a creature at the head of this wave. It happened to be the Lich Lord himself, heading north towards Icehaven. Our elven researchers and our historic knowledge pieced together who this wizard was,
Eric.
and we spent a lot of capital to find access to the Doom Vaults. There was a fellowship that was prepared, and each of us had attempted a different gate. I traveled to this one, and well, here the fuck I am, without a key.
Eric.
Yeah.
This is. We've heard of Icehaven before in like previous sessions. I can't remember. I remember when we were on the ships and there was like an ice dragon that came down and greeted us and talked to us. Were they from Icehaven? Okay, sorry. Oh, okay.
So you got here from the material plane. Would that be common knowledge? I don't know, I'm not really a wizard, so all this plane stuff's weird to me.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, it seems like our goals align. So, we're trying to, seems like defeat the same person, and we're looking for allies. I guess you guys being some of them, and then the former ruler of this place being another. Word is she's kept around here.
What?
I don't think she was ever ruler of here. Where we
Oh,
came
not here.
from,
Not
she
here.
was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
here.
we're-
Not here.
Where did you come in to the vaults?
Astral plane.
Kind of take a step back from you.
But we had just got there like a day before. We are from material.
Yeah, we're from Wildmount.
You see a moment of realization as she steps back away from you. You're working with him, aren't you?
Oh goddamn it! No.
Shit.
No.
She draws her blade.
Oh my god.
We all roll our eyes.
Working with who?
I'm going to drop my weapon and just walk up to her.
No.
Non-aggressive. I'm
Okay.
going to show like, no. Like I'm like disarming myself and walking up to her, and I'm not really going to say much. No, we are not working with him.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, choose not a man of words. Goddamn. Ooh. I never used. Yeah, okay, 15.
You can see her attitude kind of lessen a little away from hostility. You better fucking explain yourselves.
That would take weeks.
Short answer. You see this trident?
Yes.
I'm gonna mount that motherfucker's head on it.
That's good enough for me. Let's go.
All right. Fizz once again says too much.
Once we get out of here, you're telling me where the fuck you guys how you came from the astral plane. It's just like bewildered and like starts leading down.
Would you believe we've been here twice?
Not here, but the astral plane.
Yeah,
Stop.
that's
It
the
doesn't
plan.
matter.
Stop it.
Not confusing.
First time here. We don't.
Yeah, no,
And
sorry.
We've
First time
never even
here,
been to the Temple of Chaos, so I mean, why don't
twice through
we
the
check that
astral
out?
plane.
Yeah.
All right, as you start walking down the stairs, you get a very blasted with very warm air, almost like a sauna. It's not too hot. It's like that, like warm, like the peak of comfortable warmth. And the walls themselves, that wainscoting seems to end, and it's now silk tapestries of green and yellow from ceiling to floor stretch out across the walls. You can see that there's cushions laying down throughout this chamber, and the room is just very aromatic, very sweet. As you start to work down, a couple of the peasants are almost a little like bewildered, a little lightheaded as they come down here. As you walk down, you see 4 soldiers approach the bottom of the stairs as they state your business.
We're here to take these peasants to the prisons.
So you're just passing through?
Yes.
Very well then. Make way. Make your way quickly. She doesn't have time for you.
Who?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Who doesn't have time for us?
As you start walking through, and you can see into this chamber, there is on the far end of the room, laid out on these pillows, a very scantily clad, very attractive woman is laying down, almost suggestively eating what seems like fruits, strawberries, There's like
Of course.
assortment of pastries and treats, and it's just and when you put that together, you notice that these guards aren't holding weapons; they're holding palm fronds, and they're kind of escorting you quickly over towards the door.
That's fine with me.
Yeah. We don't recognize this lady in the back.
No, this
Perception check to see.
woman with a very very sharp sharp cheeks, auburn hair length, kind of mid body length, laying about, eating food very delicately, very crisp, sharp blue eyes. As you guys are walking through, oh, we've got more prisoners. Add them to the bunch.
Okay.
But we just go walk right through.
I can't
Yeah.
remember anybody like that.
Yeah. I'm not keen to
All right, bye.
stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Hey.
Can we go right down that hallway? I know there's like a red thing. I don't know what that
So
was.
she points you to a wall, and tapestries move aside, opening up an entrance into the door, leading you guys down kind of this hallway. That's the one you're looking to go to.
Yeah.
Little gnome.
Oh no.
Why?
Always the gnome.
I knew that look.
Come here for a second.
I grab him and we go.
Yeah.
No. So Fizz wanting to be
Polite.
polite, turns around, doesn't start walking yet, and just says, "Yes. What is it?"
Fizz, you freaked out when we were at the brothel.
Shh, shh, shh.
She snaps her fingers, and the four guards freeze. Their faces almost like pulled to stone. That is the extent of my power. I'm being held against my will. It looks like you're not disheveled like the rest of them. You're armored. You're well. Can you get me out of here? As the faces of the guards catch themselves, and she just goes back to eating her fruit, kind of just staring at you with a worried look.
Is just, not wanting to make a big show of what just happened. It's just kind of like side-eyeing the group, being like, "Did you see this?"
Yeah, let's go.
As in we're leaving?
Oh, we got a job to do.
Do you know her?
Eric, did we see this freeze as well, or it was just us?
I guess Odoving, you were next to him, and I'd say Io, I think you're the three in the back. You guys would have kind of caught this. And
Right.
she's talking to.
Could I do a perception check on this?
Sure.
On this one?
What are you trying to look at?
I'm trying. I'm trying to see if she's possibly someone we would have met in like through our past adventures. Maybe she's.
Oh, I will say you never seen this one before. You don't even need to do a check.
We've never. Oh, okay.
I guess I don't know if it's too late for this, but the one thing Fizz would want to is kind of like suspicious. Like he doesn't know if he's being like tricked or not. Like, how genuine does he think she is?
Give me an insight check.
Sure. 7. Seven's all I got.
I will send you a message.
Okay.
Okay, as the rest of you guys proceed down the hallway, Rolo taking the lead, Rolo, you wander into the next chamber. It's an enormous hall with rows of pillars carved. There's shape of elemental and demonic creatures all along the walls of this. The center of the room almost looks like it's torn. Who did we lose? We lost.
What are they?
Back.
Oda.
I think he just threw the video off, but he's still there. I think he was just talking to Alexa.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. As you guys will, you notice the middle of the room is a stream of chaotic energy, almost like a carving along the floor of this room that reaches up and is 6 or 7 feet high off the ground of this, blasting almost like the surface of the sun as like different arcs of arcane energy pouring up and down out of this rift in every color that could be imagined. Some of them spew off towards the columns in this room, striking them, seemingly damaging and then repairing themselves all at the same time, almost like a microcosm of time. Both like you can see it being destroyed and then rebuilt. Like it's hard to imagine what is going on to this thing. You think it's damaged, but then it's not. And then to the south corner of this, you can see across the room, it looks like a black gate, similar to the one that you guys entered into. Or entered into this area.
So is it just me in this room?
Everybody's following in behind you, but you're the one that took the lead. So.
Right. Basically, can I? Do I know what this like energy rift is at all?
Give me an Arcana check, Mr. Wizard.
Yeah, my wizard background is going to tell me. So close. 8.
Love it. You kind of walk up to it, try to get a sense of it. As you kind of try and glean what's going on, you are blasted with some of this arcane energy as it hits you, and you fly to the wall, and like trying to figure out what it is. You have a hard time understanding. You will take 5 points of it's fire damage as you're blasted with fire. You're thrown over to the wall and singed. A little bit of your armor seems to be melted a little bit from the heat that's come off of this. All right, yeah, you find yourselves in this room, unless you're doing anything else.
Well, this is seems to be the room that was described by the vampire of where we could find the Raven Queen.
Yeah, I think it was one of the rooms, right?
Like, I thought it was this room.
Just making sure. Yep.
But he said or, like if not here.
Oh, there looked like there's some cells in 14.
Yeah.
True, and it looks like that might be another teleporter or something in the corner of this room, because it's a similar symbol to the
Yeah.
entry point.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else do we see beyond just like this kind of chaotic rift in the middle of the room?
Well, other than the different elements on each wall and the different like demonic creatures, you almost like as you look into this this rift, you could swear you see like the colors that are coming out of it are all over the place. But as you look, it almost looks like a kaleidoscope of changing images. You see oceans, you see mountains, you see volcanoes, you see beautiful skies, you see the moons of Catha, you see or the moon Catha and can't pronounce the last Rias. You see a small castle on a high perch. You see what looks like a wet, muddy chasm, like a base of a ravine. Just different locations keep shifting inside here.
Do we see any glimpse of like a water world by chance with anything crazy in it?
Yeah, at one point you would see what looks like a scene of a aquatic. Like you see like Discovery Channel fish swimming past. Like your scene is next to a coral reef. Like it's all sorts of different environments and atmospheres and locations are zipping by. Like you're flipping the channel, as you will.
But does it seem to all be the material plane, like, or does it seem to be interplanar as far as?
Yeah, probably the latter. Like none of these locations seem to correspond to the one that follows. Like you might have a material plane show up every now and then, but then it's quickly with something completely different.
Okay.
And the things on the wall, are they portraits or like next to elemental like magic on the walls? Or
You see things like they're demonic creatures. Like you'd see a Balor or a Balrog for those that are surrounded by flames. On one wall, you see a Leviathan surrounded by the oceans. You see what looks like a tornado with a face, an air elemental surrounded by clouds. And then the final one, you see what looks like some type of stone giant sitting perched on top of a mountain.
So I guess
There's a door in the back. You can see the door in the back.
yeah.
Hmm.
I was like, to the group, like, I don't know you guys, but that thing's got some heat. I think might be best just to keep on moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Yep, I totally,
Sure.
totally
As-
yep.
as we're walking, can I just subtly drag my hand against the wall with like the tornado with just a little bit of a shocking grasp as I go past, just to appease my own curiosity?
Yeah. Is it attack roll or is it a?
I think it has to technically be an attack roll, but just thinking more of like sparks along the
Yeah.
the
No,
wall
I like that.
dragging.
As you do, you are pulled from this room.
Oh,
As you find yourself on a barren plateau, the winds whirling around you. Dark skies with the faintest light blue creeping across the edge of the horizon. This mesa, top of a mountain overlooking. You start to hear the crackle of thunder roaring. You called.
I presume that I recognize this landscape from past memories.
For the rest of you, you just see Io collapse to the floor. Io.
Yes, I suppose I did. Maybe not intentionally, but here I am. It's been a while.
You're doing very well.
Well, I'm glad. You know, I've been doing what I can with this thing as I look to the awakened girdle.
Those powers aren't enough to help you stop the whispered one, the one who seeks immortality. You need more.
Yes.
What do you need?
Hey, if you can crank up the voltage on this thing, that would be great.
Give me a persuasion check.
That is going to be a 27.
What?
19 plus an 8 for persuasion.
It was a
God.
25 check to convince a god to give you more power.
Well done. You've solved his puzzle.
Make me proud, son. And you feel your body come to, and you see Io starting to light up with electricity off of this wall. You start to see thunderbolts reaching out from this rift in the room, hitting, slamming against the walls. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw as lightning cuts through the room. You start to see what looks like Io rising up above everybody, just engulfed in storm energy.
So I have advantage on dex saves. So I rolled a nat 20.
Cool. Did everybody roll over 10?
Yes.
I rolled 10.
Okay. You guys all take 6 points of lightning damage.
Oh shit! Sorry, fellas.
No, that's
All
fine.
right.
As you
That's
feel
nothing.
yourself throbbing with energy, you feel yourself emboldened, emblazoned.
Hoorah.
You are destined to stop those unworthy. I know this because you are worthy in your own right. Now go prove it. As you feel your belt exalt. What that means is you can replace your awakened belt with an exalted belt. And we find ourselves back in the chamber as the rift returns to its normal shifting of energy through the room.
Well, that kind
Wow.
of hurts. So I hope whatever that was is worth it.
So do we just see like Io just like pop right up?
You see Io, his eyes are glowing blue, like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, is his hair sticking up blonde?
Keep
I'll
glowing.
let Rodri decide what the.
There's like some like crazy guitar riff going on in the back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But those glowing blue eyes, like it's almost like static electricity, doesn't go away.
This is the belt I gave him, eh?
Yep. Well, yeah, we can move on to the next room, I guess.
All right.
Sounds good.
I guess we don't have time to ask questions, but I have no idea what just happened. So okay. On to the next room.
All right. As you work your way through, and remember, you have a bunch of peasants with you. Not all of them are as cautious at this point. And you see two of them go approach this rift curious.
No.
They look into it as they see them start to scream as they are pulled in and they vanish from sight.
Good thing we didn't touch it.
Yeah.
That would have really sucked. if
You
we
are
did
down
that.
to 6 peasants. But you are able to get to the next room. As they lead you in, you see another one drop into a pit, and they are immediately eviscerated by spikes, or I guess impaled by spikes as they drop down. But you're able to navigate around. These peasants are paying off in themselves. As you guys make your way down.
Sorry, Eric, is this like Looney Tunes? Or like, are we like just watching these like peasants and it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, it's visceral. We're kind of jumping over how much gore is involved into it.
it's like Wile E. Coyote levels of violence.
But that does bring you to the next chamber. All right. As you get up into this room, all right. Rolo hopped in first. Rolo, give me a dexterity saving throw, my friend.
17.
You're fine, and the rest of the peasants are fine as they walk in here. The sick left are like superhuman. It's a better. I'm more invested in this adventuring party than you guys at this point. As they roll a nat 20, they are able to point out all of the panels. Like this room. Sorry, I should have described the room. It's almost like a checkerboard of panels with black and white panels lying through the room. They are able to identify correctly as they softly touch each panel which ones are false and which ones are not, as they can give you a clear path through this chamber. So yeah, where would you like to go from here?
Having the map, I think we should just close the door on what's in 13. Just do a quick pop in.
Yep.
Is there anything of interest in 13?
All right. So Rolo, you peek in.
Yeah, I'll peek.
All right. You see a short hall of granite runs, perpendicular, going across. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah, you see a short hall of gray granite runs perpendicular to this area's entrance, with 6 openings across each that lead deeper into the darkness. The room is completely pitch black, and you can't see much more than 30 feet around you. The room itself is very cold, and the ceilings are fairly high.
Does having dark vision?
That's what gives you the 30 feet.
Oh, sorry. So I would have 0.
There's no light in here at all.
I have the 30 feet from. Gotcha. I am gonna turn around, seeing not much, and report back to the group if they ever enter the room. I'm not sure if they're going into 12 or they're hanging behind. So yeah, 13's just kind of dark. Not sure if we want to.
Oh, you said 13?
Yeah.
Sorry, I read you 15.
Oh,
15. Oh, 15. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Yes.
On the description.
Sorry.
So 15 looks interesting. 15 might have something in there. 13. Anything in 13?
Sorry. This place is a wreck. Ruined chambers, tapestries, paintings. Whole bunch of sorted. It's like this place has been thrown off. There's a scent of decay heavy on the air. Black mold is kind of rubbing up against all those sorts of things coming up. It's pretty gross. It's just a gross room. Kind of like my, I was going to say, no, it wasn't that bad. It was like...
Your dorm room?
The university dorm room. Mine wasn't too bad. Like, yeah, one of my roommates' dorm rooms.
fuck.
You know who you are, Dave.
If Dave ever sees the recording of this.
Actually, Tyler, I think you've met Dave at the gong we had.
We've all met Dave then.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Anyways, no worries. Back in the before times.
Yeah, my memory of those times are faded.
Was he the guy really good at Smash?
No worries. All right. So that's what's in 13.
All right.
Video games, right?
Okay.
All right. Do we want to explore 15 then?
I mean, do we want to see what's in 14 before we commit to 15?
Sure. If it's not a pitch black room, that might be more useful to look at.
As I think Odoving pointed out, it looks kind of more of a cell style room. Cells might have prisoners.
Okay, who's going in?
I can go in.
All right, Odoving, as you travel in just enough to see what's in that room, you see a bunch of cells. As you look about, you see that there's different creatures in each one. Some very weird demonic creatures you've never seen before, with like very like protuberance arms where you don't expect arms to come out of in some of these creatures. One of them is like scales, but the scales almost seem to be elemental in nature. You see in one particular cell, you see a woman that is just kind of crouched and cuddled into a corner. In another cell, you see what looks like a large turtle that's walking bipedally, with like big cannons on its shoulders.
Oh my god.
And in the last chamber, you see, in the last one, you see what looks like a floating ball of gas, like a face in it.
Like a ghastly?
Fucking Pokemon right here.
Pokemon.
Got fucking Blastoise and Ghastly in this room.
Yeah.
This is 15, correct?
14.
14.
Okay.
15 was the dark room.
Oh, okay. Yeah. None of these creatures really pay attention to me. Or do they?
Well, give me a stealth check. I want to see how obvious you were when you're creeping in here.
Not well. That's a nat 20, but it's disadvantaged, so.
Oh, okay.
That's a 17!
All right, yeah, it's
Now
up to
you're
you.
selfie.
It's up to you if you make your presence known.
I don't know if I want to right now, so I'll sort of scope out what I see and I guess go back to the group and tell them what I see.
Yeah, there's a fire lizard. There's a fire lizard, a Ghastly, and a Blastoise. So a Charizard, Ghastly, and Blastoise. And then there's a woman in another cell.
What did I see what the woman looked like? Did I need to make perception?
It's hard to see her face, but you see long black hair covering a body that is curled up with her hands around her knees in the chamber. Dark clothing, dark robes.
Go to that person first.
Sorry, Matt?
Said, go see that person first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the potential human.
All right. Do you let the rest of the group know because you're just in here?
Yeah, I'll just be like, there's like a weird ghost, dragon, and a turtle with guns on his back like this. But there's also a little girl, possibly all alone. I'm gonna go talk to them.
I will follow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. As you walk in, well, it sounds like you're going in. So feel free to jump in when you do. As this woman looks up,
Biz, do you want to see the cannons on this thing's back? Biz?
Sure. Why not?
right on. As you walk in, this woman looks up. What? Hello? Who are you guys? You're not undead?
No.
Do we recognize any of the face? Anything like that?
The faces of an older woman. Mid height, not terribly tall. The long black hair, you can now see that as you're closer, has a lot of gray through it, kind of showing her age. Human. And she comes up to the gates. Her black robes have a silver and blue trim to them. You can kind of see just an undershirt that's just kind of very modest garment underneath. She comes up to the bars. you here to rescue me? Really use help.
What's I'm Odave. What's your name?
My name is Charlotte. Charlotte Oro. I guess I'm back to being just myself.
Do you know what these things are? I've never seen them before. I point to the Charizard, the Blastoise, and the Ghastly.
Elemental creatures. He seems to dabble in collecting. They've been pretty tame and restricted in these cells. I think the bars have some sort of magical energy locking them in. Much
Can you control them?
Oh no! They were here long before I got here.
When you said that this is who you are now, what did you mean by that?
I used to be the avatar for the Raven Queen. He severed that tie. And now I'm just myself again. Please get me out. I'd like to see my daughter if I still have a chance. I hope she's
All
still
right.
alive.
Let's see what we can do to get you out. So I don't know the best way to do this. Like,
Can I try picking the lots?
whereas if she says the bars are magical, does anyone
I'm part wizard.
can detect? Yeah, that's been going great so far.
Oh.
That's weird.
You guys seem like a really close-knit group.
Well, does anyone have the ability to detect magic? See what we're up against?
I not detect, but I can certainly try and dispel. I don't know, Rolo, if you've got anything else up your sleeve that might work.
Mr. Wizard.
No, I don't have much.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah. Let's try a little dispelling here, if possible, on the bars of the cell.
Oh,
All right. As you walk up to the bars and you try and cast Dispel Magic, give me a roll.
I just need to see how this works here.
It's your spell modifier.
Okay. 24.
You hear the bars as a sheath of magical energy washes down from the bars. The gate swings open. She says, "Thank you," and she runs up and gives you a big hug. This older human woman, maybe in her mid to late 50s. And she's like, been trapped for so long. My service has been given. Now it's time to go live a life again. How can I help? And that's where we're going to end tonight.
All right. It's not quite the all-powerful being I was hoping that we were going to rescue, but
Oh.
oh well.